Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, a upcoming game that is currently available for pre-order through GameLab's website, which allows you to design fleets for various navies during the early 1900s or late 1800s in the run-up to World War I think also technically toward World War II. It's a dreadnought building game, so basically you're a secretary of a navy, you have to design your ships, you then have to manage budgets and things like that, and then you actually fight the battles when war comes and your ships engage in combat. Now that's what the game intends to be. That's not what it is right now. Right now the game has like 50 different sort of challenge missions where you have to design a ship to overcome a particular challenge. They're called the Naval Academy. It has a custom battle setting where you can go ahead and create sort of custom set piece battles. And then it also has a campaign, which is what we're looking at today. This is episode number 4 of our look at the game's campaign. And the campaign just got its first patch. It just came out a couple of days ago. The campaign is not yet, that sort of grand naval opera that I just talked about. Right now, what it is just a war between the British Empire and the German Empire in 1890. And it allows you to fight in the North Sea and the English Channel. And that's it. You get to design your ships still. You get to manage your budget, manage research and development, those kind of things. And that's what we're playing through. Now, this is part 4 of our look at this particular campaign. And so far, I'm having a reasonably good time with it. I do have some gripes with the way the auto generator works for the battles. It feels like it's got all the same limitations and problems that Roll the Waves does. You get a lot of really small battles kind of spammed in a way that, like, no naval war had this many engagements. Every single month you can, check it off that you're going to get a 1 or a 2 ship battle or a convoy engagement. And while maybe some of that stuff happened when you're looking at U-boats in the war and that kind of frequency, definitely not the case with any sort of surface engagements. And the reason I bring that up is because it kind of leads to this a little bit of a slog feeling when you're trying to play through the war, because it's kind of like, all right, I got another 2-ship battle that's not going to influence the war in any meaningful way. It'll change the victory points a little bit. So in the long run, yeah, it matters. But it matters in the same way that like 30 or 40 different small skirmishes in the Civil War matter. They add up over time, but they don't really mean much individually. And that's what I kind of feel like so far with the campaign. I haven't seen any major fleet battles yet. I don't know if that's because the AI spawned the British in without any battleships, or if it's just really hard to trigger those, as it should be, but also like I could do with fewer of the cruiser battles. Now, to the game's credit, it does have an auto-resolve feature, so you don't have to fight every battle. I don't think the auto-resolve feature is as bad as I thought it was based on some initial feedback from some folks. It seems like based on the composition of forces going in, it's reasonable, especially based on the limitations of my ships compared to the British. But yeah. Anyway, this is 3 minutes of rambling. This is actually from a live stream from my Twitch channel from the other night. And we'll rejoin our German campaign in progress. We're losing by a little bit to the British, and we have done some foolhardy things. But overall, I think we had a good time the other night. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you guys at the end. Let's find the enemy light cruiser and then charge him and hit him with torpedoes and dodge the torpedoes he shoots back at us. Genius. We'll do it all on hyperspeed. Spotted to the west. Yes, Soul. So we'll take a look at the tech after this battle. I'll show you guys the research screen in a sec. Well, it's good we're heading to the west. I wish you could actually see the smoke on the horizon here. Like if it's saying I'm spotting smoke, show me the smoke on the map. Gives me the smoke. Played out for us last time, Sean Mack, and I think it was our last video. There she is. Let's close, boys. Torpedoes are the way. Or we could ram her, because you can ram. All right, angle off the bow. 2.5 kilometers. Smoke screen on. I don't even give a damn about the guns. You do you guns. I don't care. We're inside torpedo range now. Let loose, boys. Turn left. Turn left to avoid it. Yes, we missed it. He missed with his torpedo. Looks like my torpedo is probably going to miss too. I can't see shit in the smoke. Oh no. Turn. Yes, he missed again. I'm assuming a broadside torpedo should go out here. There it goes. I can't tell if it's going to make it. Probably going to miss. Is our broadside going to get... Other broadside going to get its torpedo out? There we go. That torpedo's out running. Looks actually pretty good. I think it's going to miss. Fuck. It worked last time. Oh, he turned into it. Yes! Haha, bastard. Stay behind him, lads. Don't let him get his torpedoes on you. Because he's probably got a torpedo on the other broadside. Maybe he doesn't actually. It's probably... I don't know if he has a stern mount. I have one torpedo I haven't fired. I think it's the stern tube. His damage is at 50% pretty much. Broadside this guy. Multiple flooding hits. Flash fire. He blew up. He blew up. Yeah. Did you see that blue jet of flame when it said flash fire? That was sweet. I had it on, the speed was accelerated, so it all happened very quickly, but you could see like a blue jet of flame coming up from the magazine. To the entire poor bastards. All right, so the enemy... There's the enemy ship. It's all dead. We took a total of 208 damage. He took 3,400. 98% of our crew remaining. 100% of his crew dead. His main gun, 3.8% accuracy. Ours was 14, much more accurate. 39% secondary gun accuracy, probably because most of those rounds were fired after the torpedo hit. Yeah. So there you go. Our ship is in pretty damn good health, and the enemy light cruiser is dead. 427 victory. That was a pretty sweet flash fire, if I don't mind saying so myself. Okay. So the enemy light cruiser sunk. Does leave us with one more battle, a convoy battle out here near Sweden. The way these games generate their battles on the map is just like, throw a pin in a map and see where they fight. All right, so we fight the enemy the same way, right? What's the R mean? Repaired? What is... So what ships are these again? Falke and Kolberg fleet. Falke. Increase the crew to full. I don't know if I can. Looks like I can. Okay. So I can make sure that these guys have a full complement, because these guys had already fought. So they had taken casualties. So we'll get their complement back up to full, which, by the way, you do have a limited number of crew. So you can see, where is our crew pool? 2,227 crew are in the pool. 231 are being, I guess, trained every month. And then in terms of research, which someone was asking in the last battle, so like there's a research screen where you can research new technology. We are currently focusing on engines, which it says we're about 15 months out. We're 87% of the way there toward researching triple expansion steam engines. which presumably will save weight and also make us much faster. Armor quality, we're researching nickel steel armor, so I'm assuming that's Harvey steel, or maybe it's Krupp. I can't remember if compound is Harvey steel and then Krupp is nickel steel, or if nickel steel is Harvey and then Krupp comes after. And we're also researching rangefinders to get better accuracy for our guns. Other research techs do still progress. They just progress more slowly. So cruiser design would allow us to build larger cruisers. Destroyer design would allow us to have larger destroyer hulls. Small guns, big guns, that kind of stuff. And then we have a research budget. You can see here our tech budget is 75%, 6.7 million. I could bump it up right now, but my finances aren't in great shape. So like we'd go to negative 1.8 million if we bumped it up to 100%. Which I guess for a month or two we can afford with the losses that we took. We're back in the black for our monthly balance. It's none of that. It's a separate armor, Thomas. Does it come before Harvey steel then? Harvey's an armor category? Huh. Okay. And then we're at 50, or we're at 98% transport capacity. So this is like our economy and whatnot. So we can bump that up a little bit to get it 3%. I don't know what I just did. If we go to 2%, like a 2%, is that a 2% increase, or if your transport capacity is higher than 100%, your GDP receives a bonus. During the war, you'll start having an economic impact with each lost transport if it becomes lower than 100%. Well, it's at 98% right now, so we're taking an economic loss. Whatever, I don't have the money to do all these things. Let's go fight this battle. We're going to do it the same way we did the last one. We're going to charge our 2 light cruisers at the enemy and try and kill them with torpedoes. Wouldn't that be what nickel is, Thomas? At least in this game. Enemy spotted to the west. Where's my screen? Oh shit, the enemy, our transports are out ahead. All right. Torpedoes off. Falkies. Okay. Times 10 speed, boys. All ahead flank. Let's go engage this guy wherever he is out there in the mythical unknown with his smoke that we can't see. Once we get closer, Commissar, I will command the ships independently. I can't touch the transports. Those are all AI. Oh, shit. He's already amongst them. No, transports, turn away. Maybe he'll waste his torpedoes on one of our transports. Why am I so far to the rear? It's like I start in a position that I can't even fight. Someone start playing Ride of the Valkyrie. We're coming to the rescue of the transports, hopefully. Right, they're turning away. They'll identify him, at least for me, but it doesn't really matter because everything's like one class. Hey, transports, don't keep sailing at the enemy. You should all turn away and maybe scatter. All right. Okay, Thomas. I mean, nickel is also pre-Dreadnought tech, so... The Harvey process was a process for hardening steel. And it predated Krupp. And Krupp came in and kind of dominated the... Escape in formation. It's the only proper way. Bastards. How many of those transports are they going to get before we arrive? Also, technically, because ships are in combat now, it's going to slow things down and take forever for me to get there. Okay. Well, fire and flooding. Oh, we're in range. Opening fire. At extreme range, I guess. Wait. Oh. That was weird. I'm confused. Why does it look like that ship is heavily damaged on its little graphic? It's obviously not. Maybe he'll waste a torpedo on a transport? He's shooting at the other transport now, I think. No, he's not. Never mind. Fire torpedo, waste one? Haha, you're dumb. Good on you, AI. Use 25% of your torpedoes on a ship that's burning and dead in the water. All right, so he's switching fire, I think, to shooting at me now. Or maybe it's this other transport here. I can't tell. So we are going to lose a transport. Oh, they're shooting at me. The battle is joined. I think the reason the TRs have a place for a gun is because they seem very clearly to be based off of like a World War II image or silhouette, while at the same time definitely not being a World War II transport. Okay. He's turning away from me, huh? He's trying to get his rear torpedo mount in, I think. All right. Let's slow things down. You're still a little ways out. Okay, we're both immersed in our own smoke. Move up to ×2. I've switched my torpedo firing on the Kolberg up to aggressive, but because the enemy's turning away from me, I'm not sure that I can get a shot on him. He's almost reloaded his tube. He's angled away, so that's good for him in terms of avoiding penetrating hits. Switch over to HE. I also have a terrible angle on the bow to fire torpedoes. Oh, I did fire a torpedo, though. It's going to miss. He turned to avoid it. So we'll try and get this broadside torpedo tube into action. We have quite a bit of torpedo tubes or torpedoes on the ship. Thanks for the follow, C. Bursch. Another torpedo out. But again, these are stern shots, like on the enemy's stern, so it's gonna miss. He's taking quite a bit of fire damage, though. The other cruiser's doing a good job of hitting him. I mean, we've got two sets of cruisers' guns against him. I'm losing speed. This is not a great situation to be in, especially if he has a stern tube. I'm gonna try and turn away. Another torpedo tube out. That one hits him. So now it's just a matter of avoiding any return fire here before I die. Ah, friendly fire. CL hits CL. Main belt penetration. Maybe hold your fire for a second. Oh, don't collide. Oh, your rudder's dead. Ah, you're dead in the water. Avoid. All right, aggressive torpedoes. He's dead in the water, so this should be a hit, I assume. And that would presumably finish this guy off. Unless your aim was off. Oh no. Whoa. Ammo detonation. All right, well, we got him. We got him, boys. All right, victory. We did lose one transport, but the enemy lost everything. His only light cruiser in the fight. And so another victory there. Okay, so 2 victories in today's fight. We're still behind on victory points because of some of those bigger battles, but June was a good month. The enemy loses 2 light cruisers. They still have 21. And I also don't really like, so one complaint I would have is like, it's a really cool looking game, but if the objective is to completely destroy the enemy navy, this is going to be a goddamn slog. And if the objective is to trigger unrest or, you know, a negotiated peace, well, one, with the current state of the campaign, I don't know that any of that exists because there's no diplomacy to like have any sort of sense, and there's no reports of like what's happening with unrest or anything like that. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on from a turn to turn perspective in the war. And like just every turn, it's like, we're going to do another turn. August. Oh, well, we've got 2 more battles here. And it's like, well, that's great. But like, these are all tiny ass battles. 1 CA versus and 2 CLs versus a CL, a torpedo boat, and a battleship. Okay. And then 1 CL versus 1 CL. Great. So yeah, what if we auto resolve this? Draw. We take medium damage. A battleship, a light cruiser, and a torpedo boat, and 8 transports versus a heavy cruiser. I'm curious. Defeat. Battleship takes light damage, light cruiser sunk, torpedo boat heavy damage. The enemy heavy, sunk, heavy. How do we get a defeat then? The CL Breslau is that much? They must have gotten a bunch of our transports, huh? I don't understand that here. Light damage to a battleship. 1 light cruiser to 1 light cruiser. Heavy, 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 light. Like, that doesn't look one-sided to me. Anyway. So, we're obviously losing again, victory point-wise. Move ahead to the next month. We lose 2 transports in the sea region of the North Sea. Oh my God, was this is the first turn where stuff didn't trigger a battle. So that makes it feel a little less grindy. How's our ship construction going? How's our fleet? 2 more months to the new heavy cruisers come in with their 8-inch guns. Those will be a godsend. And 2 more months on the light cruisers. 3 more months on the torpedo boats. Maybe at that point we just set everything to at sea, because right now these guys are set to sea control, and in being, I'm assuming, means staying back in port. Oh, so our cruise training is starting to get up too on the ships that are at sea. These guys are crew training up to trained. These guys are up to regular. Just automatically give everybody the replacement crews they need. October. So we have a convoy battle. Now, we did go ahead and play this convoy battle, but I'm just going to skip it as if we auto-resolved it because the battle was indecisive. The torpedo boat was badly damaged. The cruiser was not hurt at all, and that's all that happened. So it was a very minor defeat that had no impact on the game. And, you know, we've got so many of these little battles occurring that in fights like this where nothing of note happens, I think it's reasonable to go ahead and jump ahead. So we're going to jump ahead a few moments to the end of this battle. And if you guys are interested in watching it, you can check out the replay on my Twitch channel, but you're not missing much. So let's go ahead and jump ahead about 10 minutes or so and pick things up there. And I think next month we get our new ships. Naval funds are insufficient. The government is forced to increase the naval budget and provide some extra money to cover your urgent expenses. Oops. Plus 35 million. Naval budget plus 1. GDP minus 10. Oops. So I was not paying attention to my finances, I guess. And we ran out of money. And so the government gave me more money. But now the unrest is 9. Naval prestige is negative 28. So that's a pretty big-ass penalty for running out of money. But now I've got lots of money. So transport capacity, go up. I'm going to spend $30 million on transport capacity, or I'm going to spend all my money on transport capacity because I need to get that back up to 100% so the economy gets churning again. And we got our new heavy cruisers, I believe. I believe all of our ships are done. So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. The new ones are the new ones in battle? These are the new ones. The new ones are going to be in this next battle. Sweet. All right, well, then we will fight one more battle tonight. It's a convoy battle. 2 German heavy cruisers and a torpedo boat versus 3 light cruisers for the British. I'm assuming our ships are going to be, like, terrible in terms of their experience. I think that might be a Wolfpack class. 3 enemy light cruisers, transports 5, and our new heavy cruisers. I think. So let's check it out. They up and minted the $1 trillion coin? Maybe. All right, let's go after these guys. So, the Saxony. She's one of our new ones. Beautiful, beautiful THD designed ship. Almost looks like a T-34 with like part of that turret apparently like hanging out over the... That does not look stable, boys. There's nothing under half this turret. Don't worry. It's only tons and tons of metal. She's a beaut. She's party. And then our torpedo boat, which I believe is of the Wolfpack class. Max speed of 29 knots. Indeed, she is the Wolfpack class. The little Wolfpack that could. Whoops. Did I just do something? All right, so the enemy is where? To the west. So we shall turn that way. Okay. 20 knots on our heavy cruisers. So some pretty quick little things. That's an architect design turret layout, not an engineer. We'll go with HE for the shells, just so everybody knows. HE for the shells. I don't trust the auto. All right. A fast little thing, 29 knots. Let's go find these fuckers. Sailing on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Vroom vroom goes the torpedo boat. Look at me catch up with you guys and overtake you. Enemy spotted. All right, let's slow things down. Enemy shooting back already. Lead ship is a light cruiser. I don't want to get too close to the enemy. I don't want to get into torpedo range with my battleships. So we'll eat the enemy fire with our battleships, our cruisers. We're going to turn away before we get too close. The spotting ranges on these are terrible. Like, you're telling me you're really not going to spot anything till you get to a kilometer? With ships with mass that high? That seems a little far-fetched. Anyway, if we get sunk by enemy torpedoes, because I have none, that'll be a little bit of a disaster. It looks like there's another ship out there firing back at me, too. All right, the good news is we actually have a speed advantage over the enemy ships. My armored cruisers. Another enemy ship spotted. And we finally have a gun advantage as well. Oh shit, he already fired his torpedo? Well, there goes one of your fish. Oh, both of them are out. You better fucking hit. And it doesn't look like he will. He's set to normal. He shouldn't have been that aggressive. I thought maybe that rear one had a chance. Well, the enemy wasted one of their fish on me. So my torpedo boat just charged in, blasted off his ammo when I didn't even tell him to be aggressive with his torpedo ammo, and missed. God damn it, Wolfpack. Well, you're going to be worthless in this fight unless you can get in amongst the enemy transports. Maybe you can go find them. And the enemy is down to 3 fish. I guess that's the one positive thing. Wolfpack, I'm eastbound and down. Well, we should have the firepower advantage at least, I'm hoping, to deal with these enemy light cruisers in detail. And we'll send our torpedo boat back out this way. Hopefully he's small and fast enough to avoid too many enemy hits. We'll speed things back up a little bit. I'm a little bit uneasy that he'd toss a torpedo into the middle of this. So let's detach this cruiser too. Nice penetrating hit. Oh shit, he's turning in. He's definitely trying to fire torpedoes, and he does. And they're totally gonna hit. Ah! You know, funny thing is they probably would have missed if I kept going straight. So, how's the damage control going to be on this guy? How many fish can you take? That's what I get for playing at ×3 speed. All right. Well, looks like you stabilized your losses. Have we spotted any enemy merchants? Anywhere? What's the enemy light cruisers, it would appear? All right. Fire at this light cruiser and turn away. Fire control sucks on these guys. Wolfpack's like, where are the goddamn merchant ships? They should be back here somewhere. Saxony's taking some flotation damage. Didn't take any torpedo hits. I keep forgetting these enemies have pretty big guns. My accuracy's terrible, probably because of all the maneuvering. I'm slower than the light cruisers because of the damage we've taken. Can you hit something? This heavy cruiser's fucked if he closes in with them. Seriously, do the transports not exist? Could be that way, I guess. Wait, the float's at 100 on this. I always misread whose damage is what. He spotted him. Slow down. Too bad he doesn't have any fish to finish these guys off. I don't know if a 2-inch gun's going to do much against these guys. Just run circles around him. Kill them. They're moving at what? Up to 12 knots. I'm not sure what their actual speed is. One thing I got to make sure is avoid is a collision, because ramming does happen. You should have better accuracy than that, buddy. You're a half a kilometer away, and it's a giant-ass target, and you're moving at 5 knots. Wait, there's 3 light cruisers? Oh, it's just 2. Deutschland's basically dead in the water. Saxony's standing out almost 3 kilometers range. There you go. I don't think you'll sink 6 ships with your current ammo, but you're doing damage. Unfortunately, turning really cuts into your accuracy, but oh, there's only 3? I don't know why I was thinking there were 6 transports, but you would think the AI would make a move to finish my sitting duck cruiser. I'd also like to think that my crew might... They have 3 light cruisers? Looks like there's shells coming in from... Oh, no, there's just 2, but I can't see the other one at the moment. No, actually, there's 3. There's shells coming from over here, too. Can you guys fix the engines, please? Sincerely, me. How do these secondaries look? There's 1 5-incher and a turret, and then we've got the casemate guns, too. The obedient will obediently sink. Please. Light cruiser out this way. Can you get up to 5 knots? Goddamn torpedoes. Probably shouldn't just charge in like that unless I want to get hit by torpedoes. Nice. So the enemy transport is sinking. I don't know where the other transports went. I think they went over this way. So we'll crank that speed back up and go find them. We can't hit the broadside of a barn. I guess this is why you don't throw a brand new ship into combat. It's like the Prince of Wales versus the Bismarck. We're fresh off the ways, not even done with our sea trials. Let's go fight an enemy battleship. All right. Engage the Badger. Badger, 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 badger. Mushroom, mushroom. All right. Got a 1.2% chance of a hit there. Man, these heavy cruisers suck. Granted, their crews suck, but... You know, if that torpedo boat hadn't fired its torpedoes more aggressively than I wanted it to. Oh, this light cruiser's engines are broken? Huh. Maybe you should shoot at that one. Slow down to full speed. Maybe that'll increase your accuracy a little bit. Not much. Slightly. Okay. Badger has a fire on board and engines are toast. Deutschland's just sitting out here, just hoping not to die. How are her engines like completely destroyed, or is there any chance they could repair them? Looks like the whole rear of the ship is underwater. Doesn't say destroyed, it says they're damaged, but they might be in compartments that are flooded. God, pre-dreadnoughts, I need better range firing. Pre-dreadnoughts suck. Like the whole era of ships. It's like freaking praying every time you fire that you might get a hit. All right, so the torpedo boat is going to destroy the enemy transport. Thank God for the Wolfpack class. Just got to pray that Deutschland stays far enough out from enemy torpedo range. Presumably the Durban only isn't closing on her because she's suffering engine issues. So two crippled warships are just slugging it out at 1.5 kilometers. But if she closes in, we're fucked. Good job. There's got to be one more enemy transport out here somewhere. I don't know where she went. I think, honestly, if the battle ended now, I would probably lose. Because I think the game would consider the damage done to my heavy cruisers as more bad than the damage I've done to his transports. But so far, the enemy's lost 2 transports, and we've lost a heavy cruiser badly damaged. And another one, not really. And they've had very minor damage to one light cruiser, and another has suffered moderate damage, is maybe a fair way to describe it. I could go with a flash fire. That would be great. Where did the enemy transport go? I'm really just waiting on that. Oh no, this flotation is getting out of control. What happened? I didn't see a torpedo. It's just flooding from gunfire damage, I guess. Maybe the bulkheads collapsed. I think if we remember, I didn't give us a lot of bulkheads in this ship, so presumably they're not the most sturdy of ships. Oh man, they're trying to do a submarine on the rear of that ship. Basically no speed here. Gonna have the Saxony come over and try and save him. Just give me the goddamn end battle screen. Let me get out of here before I sink. I don't know what the rules are on that. How that like classifies when a battle can be ended. Deutschland's pumping out the water. Can't see anything. Where's that third enemy transport, huh? Give me the end battle screen. That was a nice little fire and float damage there on that last hit. Second cruiser, I'd say, suffered moderate damage here. Then again, so is the Saxony. Torpedo boat's just out there looking, finding nothing. Oh, he found him. Kill him. Slow down to 12. Make those shots count, boys. Deutschland. Oh, shit. Turn away. Turn away. Turn away. Get away from the enemy light cruiser. Don't take torpedo damages. I don't want to lose a heavy cruiser. All right. Circle in behind him and try and go link up with that other heavy cruiser of mine. Meanwhile, my torpedo boat has begun penetrating the transport. At least that's something good. Withering fire from the S-14 Wolfpack class. Transport is a fire stem to stern. Look at that thing. I would not want to be on that ship. Slow down to 9 knots. Turn out in front of them. She's not going to last long. Literally every compartment in here looks like she's ablaze. They don't have forward aviation ships, to my knowledge. How is this? This ship's engine must be like completely borked. I'm confused on why. Enemy smoke spotted to the southeast. Are there more than 3 transports? End battle. Do it now. So it still counts as a defeat because of the damage suffered, I'm assuming, to my heavy cruisers. But we did sink 3 of the 5 enemy transports. So I guess there were 2 more. I thought it said there were 6. You guys were saying there were 3. Apparently there were 5. We were all wrong. But I'll count that as a victory. Our heavy cruisers got shot to pieces, but we sank 3 enemy transports and they didn't sink any of ours. So 3 CLs. Oh, my bad. Whatever. I didn't want to hang out there with those heavy cruisers just eating punches to the face over and over and over again. I'm disliked. Yeah, because I spend the government's money like a drunken sailor. So with our new fleet, mothballed. Why are these ships mothballed? Is this a budget thing? Because I fucked over the budget, a bunch of ships are thrown into mothballs? I don't understand that. I never told them to be mothballed. They're my new Butcher class ships. Or do I not have enough crew? Is that it? I think it's a crew thing. Because it doesn't look like they had crews assigned to them. What I don't know is, do in-being ships get their crew training going up? It looks like these guys are set to trained, and they're in-being. But I think Thor has fought before. Trained. Seasoned. I have some seasoned crew. Probably guys who have fought in multiple battles. Send everybody to sea. Screw the in-being. I wonder if we send everybody to sea if we increase the amount of battles. Can I just set everybody? Oh, shit. Sea control for everybody. Go dominate the seas. It's annoying that it's a one at a thing. Be nice to be able to like designate fleets and OOBs and things like that. I think in the current state, the campaign has a lot of the limitations that Rule the Waves has, where things are just too randomized and you don't really have control of your fleet from an organizational perspective. Sure, you can set the home port, but even like right now in its current state, you can't change the home port. You could only set the home port based off of when you first build the ship, as far as I can tell. Now, there does appear to be a button for moving ships between ports, but that's grayed out, so I'm assuming that's just because it's a demo thing, or not a demo, but an early access thing. But like, to have to go and click each one of these manually is a pain. Okay, so everybody is at sea who can be at sea. Let's see how that changes the end turn. Enhanced turret cylinder. Cylinders are better designed and layout affect positively the turret traverse speed. Cool. We have a convoy battle. So having all my ships at sea didn't change anything. At least it didn't immediately make anything happen. I don't know, Jace. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. This is where the live stream wrapped up, and we are about a year into the game. We have suffered a number of defeats. I could probably play the battle more slowly and more tactically, as I think I will try to do in future videos if we continue covering this. But sometimes, especially with the lack of accuracy between ships, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Like, you can easily blast through a battle, and it doesn't matter because the ships just are not accurate with gunfire yet. Until we get those crew training up and the technology up, it seems like it's really about charging the enemy and engaging at close range, and especially with torpedoes, The battleships seem worthless versus anything that's small. And I don't know what it's like to fight another battleship because we haven't fought that yet. But the battleships really seem worthless. Battleships and heavy cruisers just seem like there's nothing safe to do with them, which I don't know if that feels right or not. But this is definitely Jean Ecole's, dream of how the world would be. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'm out.